Hi, I'm Martello Skyers, and I'm here to talk to you about Maya Angelou. Born on April 4th, 1928, in St. Louis, Missouri, Margaret Johnson, born to Vivian Baxter and Bailey Johnson. Margaret Johnson was born and with her baby brother called Bailey Johnson Jr. With that being said, she experienced quite a few bit of, upbringing, childhood upbringings that were very rough and unmanageable. She was born once again in 1920. That's when women's suffrage and everything of that nature was coming into picture. Also, being a young, better like a term, big bone African woman, young lady, she was ridiculed a lot for being a big girl, for having nappy hair and everything of that nature. But her best friend, her confidant, is, and still to this day, her oldest brother, Bailey Johnson Jr. Soon after, by the time she was 3 to 4 years old, her parents sent her to live with her grandmother and her uncle. Her uncle's name is, if I'm not mistaken, it is Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie. And during that time, Uncle Willie was being hunted and beaten by the Ku Klux Klan. And that is why every day he hides behind the potato barrels in the back of the store, simply to hide from them. And it was always Margaret Johnson who found him, aka Maya Angelou, to this day. So seeing that as a very early age, that did something to her. Fast forwarding, a very traumatic incident that happened to Maya Angelou herself is the fact that an older gentleman in the neighborhood had raped her. And because she was so traumatized and didn't want to cause any more scene or uproar, she told her brother in confidence to do something about it. And I realized I'm doing a lot of vocal fillers. I am sorry. I am working on it. I was trying to get it in. Sorry. As I was saying, with that being said, since she told her brother and her brother wants to continue to protect her, her brother went to told adults, her family members. It went to court, it went to trial and everything of that nature. And with that being said, because she was so ashamed, so stunned, so embarrassed to speak, the judge actually negated the whole court process. But later, after the court trial was ended, that said assailant was literally then killed by the fellow neighborhood to, protect the young Maya Angelou and others like her. And because that happened, and with that being said, that's when she started taking towards literature. She started being more of an introvert, building a hard shell around herself. But then she met an older lady named Miss Flowers, who showed her to not be silent, but to also use your voice, your inner voice, to make a wave. And it said right here, if I can find it very quickly, in addition to her brother Bailey being in her corner, Bertha Flowers came along and added to the list, admonishing her out of her self-protected shell and to read aloud. It takes the human voice to infuse words with the shades of deeper meaning. So, thanks to Miss Flowers, Maya Angelou became the woman who she is today, because of that one lady, that one person who took the chance and say, I want to break you out of this because I see you're much more than this. And that's where it is, and that's where it is, and that's how it is today. And without her, we wouldn't have with that being said, she actually became the second only to this day person and poet to speak at a presidential inauguration. First woman, but no longer now. She's the first woman, but not the second. The president's inauguration that she spoke at was Bill Clinton back in January 20th, 1993, I believe. And in the following year, she won the Best Poet from a Grammy Award in 1994. And that is all that I have on Maya Angelou. Thank you for your time, and hope you have a wonderful day.